Whoa, trippy, right? So this is like a something, it can be called like an artificial scale. It's something that I just made up using certain rules that we're going to understand now, which are basically the same rules that I already taught in the last videos. Basically, we have 7 degrees, right? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do, and depending on the type of the quality of interval, we'll have a different scale from the combination of those types. So what I did was a minor second, a minor third, a perfect fourth, a perfect fifth, a major sixth, a major seventh, and the octave. So, sorry. Then we can have the chords for this weird scale. And then awesome, right? So we can make music using those chords, using those relationships, and using those functions. This is a term that will be very important in the next lesson. A function, I'm going to explain it later. So it's a very important resource. And if you're coming from Instagram, I would appreciate if you go to the link in the bio to see the rest of the video on YouTube. And if you are already in YouTube, please give a like, a share, a subscribe. That helps growing the channel, because we're just starting and we have a long way ahead. I hope by the end of the year, my viewers will not only be able to play music, but to do music. Something like that is completely different from just executing a series of commands. Something like, okay, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 3, 4. No, I want you to understand it in a way that you can then create maybe a line that goes with it. Something simple like, without no one having to tell you that this is a possibility, right? You are going to be understanding music in a way that will allow you to expand upon a given melody, or an idea that you had, or an idea that a friend of you had, and you want to contribute. You have like the vocabulary and the tools to do so. So as I said, share, like, and subscribe, and let's continue. The way I want to continue is by showcasing my newest flutes, and also bringing back an old one. This is flute 19, and it's a flute that I like to call it the melodic minor, because it has imbued in its digitation the melodic minor. Melodic minor is an interesting case for a scale, because it has a certain pattern going up and a different pattern going down. That's why it's called melodic, because it only makes sense in this context of a melody that goes up and down. It's not harmonic. We'll get more into this in details in future videos. But this is a very normal scale, the minor, melodic minor. In tonal music we use it a lot. This, on the other hand, is a modal scale, the one that we've been talking about the last video. The Dorian or Doric, I'm sorry, my translation sometimes is for one side, sometimes to the other. In Portuguese it's dórico, okay, a escala dórica, and it has the augmented the major sixth. Okay, so this was made using that rule. I was always thinking about the relationships as I was doing the holes. And the same applies to this one, but this one is a special case too. It is a minor, but I'm including a note below the last one. So I have a scale that is minor. See? So I can go to the seventh of the octave below, right? This is a very important resource because this note below the fundamental, the tonic of the scale, it wants to resolve. Actually, as a matter of fact, this concept of resolving is really important for when we approach the subject of functions next video. So keep watching and you will understand what I mean. It's called a leading tone, this seventh note of the scale that goes towards the tonic. I'm gonna play a song that uses this. See, it goes to the leading tone, and then through a flourished melody, it goes back to the tonic. Right? So this is also something that is built upon the rules that I was laying out of how to build a scale. And now, as I said, I built an artificial scale in the beginning of the video. I would like to propose you to create your own scale. So let's review the rules, okay? You're gonna have 8 degrees. Oh, poor kid. You have 8 degrees, and we're gonna attribute qualities for all the intervals that those degrees will have in relationship to the tonic. So the second can be major or minor, all right? So you choose. You can type on the comments what is the scale that you're making, and I can post it on our Instagram if you're coming from Instagram. Post your scale, I'll play it, I'll do some melodies, some improvisation on that scale, see how the harmonic field sounds like. And the third one can be major or minor. So I'm gonna play the possibilities for just until the third, so we can have minor minor, major minor, major major, or minor major. Okay, so this is just like 4 possibilities for going from the first degree of the scale to the third. Now we repeat, the fourth and the fifth, those are special, they are always perfect, and this is a rule. Okay, and by the end of the video, I'm gonna go into a bit of philosophy, and we'll understand the importance of rules. So those are always perfect. Okay, let's stick with that rule for now, and then we have the sixth can be major or minor, and the seventh can be major or minor. All right. So you're gonna choose major or minor, second, third, sixth, and seventh. All right. Now about the rules. What's the point of the rules? Like, if you know that you cannot move the fourth and the fifth, you are restricted to 4 options, and that is easier. And then we will obviously break the rule of the 4 and the 5th. We are using that to facilitate the understanding. And once we break one rule, why not break another rule? I said, for example, we need to have 7 degrees, but there are scales that have less. There are scales that have more. We can break that whole rule too. Let's see a scale with only 5 degrees. We can do this. Or actually, that is basically all the black keys too. this is the pentatonic scale. And well, the video is going a little bit longer than I thought it would, so I'm gonna stop here. And just to conclude this philosophical idea, the rules are meant to be broken, okay? You are not forced to do anything in music a certain way or another way. Like, this is all a resource, a tool, a means to an end. The rules are there to guide our exploration of the possibilities, the infinite possibilities of music. And they come from culture. So as we explore different scales and different harmonies and different rhythms, we're gonna also try to connect them to the cultures that created them, okay? And that's my point. We need to understand the rules because they are also what identifies the quality, in terms of, not the quality like it's good or bad, but if it is Brazilian, if it is Moroccan, or if it's Arabic, if it is Chinese, whatever, French, South African, from West Africa, East Africa, from Russia, from if it's from Serbia or if it's from Romania, you know, like you go into the most specific rules for each of the cultures and you understand how the music from that culture works. But then when we're making music, those rules inform our decisions, but they don't enforce, okay? That's it, that's the take. I hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.